It's the first day of Zoe and I's adventure into Ireland and the Celtic Media Festival. We've had a pretty exciting time so far, what with Zoe's volcano and me nearly getting puked on.
I made it to the Celtic Media Festival! It'd be quite interesting to ask people how they've actually made it here and, what they had to overcome, the sort of Celtic spirit that brought them here. I'm sure we're going to speak to some people later and be able to get some interesting tales of journeys across the waters.
I have come from Spain yesterday.
Oh wow, okay, that's a pretty long way as well. We thought we were doing well from Cornwall.
So we came down from Belfast and we're not staying, unfortunately. We have to go all the way back to Belfast. All for the Celtic camaraderie.
I have come from the Highlands and Islands of Scotland. I run a small independent production company in a village called Cummingston, which has 200 people and about 40 sheep. But they're very creative sheep. We've got a good community there. So we're excited to be here in Northern Ireland, in Newry, and meeting new people and discussing things like multi-platform content and towards a Celtic network, which is really interesting.
I run a company called Dynamite Productions based in Cardiff. We're an animation company. And we're up here for in Webiad, what's that in English? A nomination for Intro, which is it's a programme that's been produced both in Welsh and in English.
I think filmmaking is probably a really good way to get your extreme ideas off the ground. There's enough money and interest in unusual ideas in the factual filmmaking world that you can come up with something pretty obscure, something pretty extreme, and something that would otherwise be extremely dangerous. It's a good way to look at whether your idea is realistic or not, whether it's an interesting story, whether it's something that other people might be interested in finding out about, interested in looking at. For me, making films about it has been a really good access, a good door to doing some pretty outrageous things. I've climbed Everest 3 times now, I've walked to the North Pole, and I've done this latest project Alone in the Wilds, all off the back of making films.
Just push those boundaries where you're not comfortable, again, to eradicate the fear of what you have of actually going through that boundary. And you become a better filmmaker.
I would say don't wait for permission. Don't wait for someone else to give you permission to do something. I mean, you have to be proactive, and the industry the way it is now with technology being so freely available, and just go out and do it, and and take ownership of your own opportunity rather than waiting for someone to give you one.
So could you say hello Falmouth students in Welsh or something cookie like that?
Shwmai yr holl myfyrwyr yn Falmouth.
Roll your R's, Aaron.
Shwmai yr holl myfyrwyr yn Falmouth a pob lwc yn y byd.
If you've said something rude, we will find out.